Because of the beautiful Heidi Klum, we are talking about parasites once again on the internet. So you've likely heard either from her interview or just navigating social media as a whole that you should be doing a parasite cleanse. You have parasites and they're causing all of your gut issues, or they're wreaking havoc on your body and need to be cleared out every so often. But is this actually true, and could there be harm to some of these recommendations? I'm a GI dietitian, so this is something I see and talk about very often with my patients who are active on social media and have full autonomy in their own care and in their bodies. So at the end of the day, you do have autonomy in your choices, and I'm not here to make decisions for you, simply provide additional information for you to be informed for your choices. So what are parasite cleanses? Typically they incorporate different ingredients, usually some version of wormwood, clove, and black walnut, sometimes other things added in. They might include some antifungals as well as antibacterials, different herbs that have different effects meant to kill and clear out different pathogens in the body. And the claims behind these is that parasites are very common. And so if you have symptoms like bloating, fatigue, constipation, or diarrhea, gut upset, any of these kind of common GI complaints, that you may have a parasite, and that's the reason why you're not getting to the root cause. The reality is that if you live in a developed country, especially if you live in the US, it's very unlikely for you to get a parasite. It is possible, especially if you've traveled, you've come into contact with maybe some contaminated food, contaminated water. It can be possible. This is something your doctor can test for and treat with medications that have been proven to be effective at clearing parasites that exist and can cause problems in your body. But simply having these common GI complaints does not mean that you have a parasite. And a lot of these tests on the market are not validated to actually prove that a parasite is present. So it's best to back that up with the proven, more effective, more validated test before you move forward with a treatment that may not be benign. Because often these herbals can come with GI side effects, more nausea, vomiting, more GI disruption. In some cases, especially when you're doing them often, taking high doses, or you're more susceptible, these can cause liver damage. And if you have other conditions going on or you're utilizing other medications, a lot of these ingredients can have negative interactions with medications, which may cause more issues for you. So what if you see a benefit from these cleanses? It may be that maybe there is something going on like a parasite. It may be that these herbals are having other effects in the body, like an antibacterial effect. It also may simply mean that you cleared things out of your body. Clearing out stool that's been backed up can kind of give your gut and your bowel habits a bit of a reset, so it's working a little bit more efficiently. So you may not need all of these different herbals with these different side effects to get that kind of simple reaction in the body. Should you do one? It depends. It's your choice, your decision, but some of the questions to ask are, is the test that I've been given, have I even been given a test, validated and accurate? Does this actually line up with my history and the symptoms where they began? If you've had symptoms the majority of your life, you haven't traveled, you haven't really been exposed to anything, it may not be a parasite, and this may not be the path to take. And are the recommendations that I'm being given for this cleanse actually safe and effective? And how can I double check that to make sure that I'm not putting more risk on my plate versus the benefit that I might receive?